Hi, I'm Michael Dobson, and I've been the voice of Will Necton on Netflix's The Deep.
Oh, and don't forget about old Hammerhead, Cobra Commander,
As Sergeant Savage in G.I. Joe Extreme and Valor vs. Venom. Leonardo in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation. Batman.
and don't forget about Joker
In Batman Black and White.
Pythor and Ninjago.
Bulk Biceps in My Little Pony. Oh yeah, and this guy.
You're watching In Conversation with Amber the Fangirl.
Hi guys, Amber here. Welcome back to In Conversation with ATF. My guest today is a voice actor. He is best known for being the voice of Starscream in Transformers Unicron Trilogy. Literally one of the best portrayals of Starscream out there. I tell you that now. With love, definitely. Signal Flare in Transformers Energon. Breakdown Colonel Franklin and Ernesto in Transformers Cybertron. Sergeant Savage in G.I. Joe Extreme. Powerlock in Reboot. Bruce Wayne, Thomas Wayne, Alfred Pennyworth, and the Joker in Batman Black and White. I just looked up voice clips of that. Oh my gosh. Like, as a huge Batman fan, I love it. I love your portrayals.
No. Thanks, Amber. That was a huge thing for me because I'm a huge Batman fan. I just said huge two times in a row, just like that. But it was but Batman has always been my favorite superhero ever since I was a kid, reading the comics and everything, you know. So when I heard that there was some interest in me possibly playing the role of Batman, you can imagine how excited I was. I was just like, please let this happen. Please let this happen. So yeah, I was really, really fortunate to voice Batman Black and White. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it must have been for sure. And my guest is also the voice of Tony Parsons, Coach Falter, and Rutherford and Reggie, and more characters in Being Ian. Bulk Biceps in My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. Mojo Joking in Powerpuff Girls Z. Death Spank for the Death Spank video game franchise. And yeah, and it must like just all these characters are just inside this one man who has brothers who are also voice actors who will probably be on my show at some point. My guest is Michael Dobson.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Hello.
Thanks for having me on your show, Amber. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh. So, how are you today?
What's that?
How are you doing today?
I'm doing really well, thank you.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Wow. First of all,
breezy Sunday. It's been awesome. Yeah. And
yeah.
fun to do. So this is even better. Thank you.
Yeah. First of all, I just wanted to say, going back to what you said before, your day's just starting, mine's just ending. That's the thing with time zones, isn't it? I love
How was your day?
All right. How do you think your day's gonna go?
Good, because I mean we got the microphone thing figured out, so I think we're doing really good now. Yes. Yeah. I was a little worried. I thought the interview would be you talking to me going, give me like maybe putting up little post-its with my could have been that way. Exactly. I have a whole bunch of little cue cards, so just keep bringing them up. Just a second. I'm writing as fast as I can.
You're gonna make me do this now. It's just live. Oh man, okay. I don't know what to write. What do I write? But whilst I think of what to write, Michael, I'd like to ask you. Growing up, of course, you have two other brothers who are also voice actors. Did you guys know that you wanted to be VAs from the start? How did you get into the industry?
Well, it's funny because, like most people, you watch animated series on TV, and you never really give thought that there's somebody going into the studio to record these characters. Not that you're fooled and think that there's actual like animated people running around with their own voice, but it never really occurs to you that there's voice actors, and that's what they do for a living is give voices to these wonderful characters. And when I was 13, what I wanted for my birthday was like a cassette record player. Anyway, I was really fortunate. My dad worked his butt off and saved enough money to get one for me for my 13th birthday. I was completely blown away that I got one. But my brothers and I would sit around. I would set up the cassette player, and I'd record us doing all the different voices reading comics. We did that, and we put all these little sketches, and we write stuff and do our own sound effects and stuff, and create all these little, I guess like episodic stories. And we play them for our folks and stuff, but we just did it for fun. I literally had no idea, or that that I would actually be doing that for a living later in my life. But I started off as in acting in theater, like a lot of actors do, and I did that for a great many years. And eventually, I worked myself into film and television, and still not doing any voiceover stuff other than what I met this guy who was a creative director at a radio station, and he said, "You do all these voices and stuff like that. Would you mind coming in?" Anyway, long story short, I ended up doing some commercials and some comedy bits for this radio station. And anyway, later on through film and TV and stuff, I met Scott McNeil, who you know for sure. But he was very kind enough to start telling me about this other thing that he was also doing, because he did theater and film and everything as well. And he said, "Oh, you know, you should, there's a director coming in from Los Angeles by the name of Sue Blue, and she's huge in the animated industry and as a voiceover artist herself. And she's doing a workshop." So anyway, I took the workshop, and we got along great. She's a wonderful person to work with. And then wouldn't you know it, I think it was like a few weeks or a couple of months later, she was casting for G.I. Joe in Vancouver, and I went in. She remembered me when I went in for the audition, and I ended up scoring Sergeant Savage. So then it just kind of, immediately after that, I got Leonardo and the Ninja Turtles, which was fun. And yeah, so my career was starting to take a bit of a turn, and I enjoyed it and loved it so much. It was about the closest thing to theater acting that I could do outside of that, you know. And I met my wife, we got married, we started a family. And so it became the ideal job, because literally you usually work Monday to Friday, 9 to 6, like a normal thing. Nobody knows who you are. And it's just, yeah, it worked out really, really well. So I got to spend lots of time with my kids and still have a career as an actor. So that was fun. That's it. I'll stop talking now. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh my gosh. Well,
okay.
First of all, oh my gosh, right. Sue Blue. Wow. What a legend. I'm so happy for you, because like Sue was amazing. Like she voice directed the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon, and yeah, she did the G.I. Joe cartoon, then she did Beast Wars, and then like she did a lot of work for the artists up in Vancouver and stuff like that. But she was on my podcast, and she's doing TF Nation, which used to be Auto Assembly, this summer. So I'm going to see her. Yeah. Have you been to
She's a
Auto
really cool
Assembly?
lady. She's like, yeah, she's a legend, as you say. She's
I know.
amazing. Yeah, absolutely.
I can't wait. Have you been to England before? Maybe to TF Nation or Auto Assembly, the UK Transformers convention?
No, I haven't been to any convention. But you know, I was born and raised in England. I was born in Kingston.
Really?
Yes, you're speaking to a fellow Brit. How about
wow.
that? And I was born in Kingston upon Thames. And I lived in England until I was 8 years old. And then we came to Canada. And then we returned to England when I was 12.
Yeah.
And then we came back to Canada when I was 16. So
that is so cool.
Overall, I've lived longer in Canada than I did in the UK. But I have all my relations are there. And yeah, so I do get back there from time to time and visit. So, but I'd love to come for a convention one day. If somebody will have me, I'll be there.
We need Armada Starscream over here. Oh my gosh. Like, I can't tell you how.
Oh! Long range Decepticons.
Oh my gosh, you're giving me so many memories from when we were in lockdown and all I could watch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, Amber, that's no way. Wow.
Volume 1, cool. Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4. That's Megatron in there. I don't think. Oh no, Starscream's not on the thingies. Is he on the back of any of them? Now you're just gonna make me look at these DVDs because, like, oh my gosh, no, he's not on that one.
They probably use Megatron.
Yeah, Megatron's on all of them, but you're not on them. What?
No.
That's not fair.
No. You know, I was so happy to see all the positive feedback the me playing Starscream, because as you pointed out, I saw one of the emails that I came after Chris Latta, and so those were extremely big shoes to fill,
Yeah.
and so I think what helped was the fact that this was a new iteration of Starscream. So he wasn't supposed to be like Chris Latta's Starscream. So I think I just completely lucked out. I just threw something at the wall, and luckily it stuck, and they were very kindly cast me as Starscream, and I was just blown away. You can imagine how cool it was the first time I got to say transform. It was the coolest thing ever.
And I believe you voiced Cobra Commander as well at some point, I think.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, shortly thereafter.
Yeah, what was that for?
It was for G.I. Joe, Valor versus Evil.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah, and there was one other one after that too. I did. It was two. I played Cobra Commander in the two movies that came after that, and they did a great job. The animation in those was awesome. I was really proud to have been part of that. Cobra Commander looked really cool. Yeah.
There we go.
Such a simple dream, really.
Valor versus Venom and Spy Troops the movie.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Oh my gosh. And I've got to ask, like, what does it feel like to actually be Chris Latta, essentially? Because I just nickname people Chris Latta who have voiced both Cobra Commander and Starscream. So how does it feel?
Well, it was like I said, I guess I mean I feel really fortunate to have been able to play both, and how that happened, I don't know. It's just the universe just happened that way, I guess. But I'm just proud. The best part of my resume, I guess, that I was able to play both those characters, and hopefully I did them justice, and everybody liked them. So
Yeah. Of course, because I see a lot of people online, they absolutely love Armada Starscream. Like his friendship with Alexis. Oh my gosh, right. So I've got to ask, this is like the perfect opportunity for a question. So considering Starscream and Alexis's voice, what is your friendship like with Tabitha St. Germain? What was it like during the voiceover of the show? Oh wait, no, you did it separately, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right.
No.
But you know what though? I love Tabitha. I call her my soul sister, my cosmic sister.
Oh.
She's incredibly talented, like off the meter talented. And I'm always blown away by her. For the many years that I've worked with her, she continues to blow my mind with the stuff that she comes up with. I remember when we worked on Action Man together, and literally she would just run away with the dialogue on the show, and she would so brilliant with just making stuff up on the fly. Her improvisational skills are just like I said, she knocks it way out of the ballpark, actually, into a completely new solar system. She's amazing. Yeah, it's very cool, very cool, talented. She's artist. She's just can't say enough things about her.
That's great to hear. And of course I've got to ask about the other human co-stars in it. Well, that sounds kind of weird when you put it that way, because like you guys are all humans, but then like you've got the humans and the robots in the show. So so of course I've got to ask what your friendship were with Kirby Morrow and okay, hang on, name will come to me. Hang on a minute. I can't believe Matt Hill. How did I forget Matt Hill's name?
Matt just called me the other day, and we're getting together at my studio to do some stuff from here.
Oh really?
He's working on some stuff, and he called and said, hey, because we've worked tons together. In fact, the first thing that we worked on together was G.I. Joe.
Really?
Yeah, and he played Metalhead. It was so cool because he was like this, and it was so. When I met Matt had hair down to here, like total blonde ringlets, and he looked like the quintessential California surfer guy. him and I clicked right away in the studio. And I remember the first episode that we recorded together. When we after we finished recording that afternoon, we went and had a beer together and sat and just like continued to bond. And we've been like brothers ever since, because as you know, he played Raphael in the Ninja Turtles too, as did Kirby. Kirby did too. And yeah, you couldn't ask for like two nicer, sweeter, incredibly talented people to work with. It's just, well, I know it probably sounds like I'm saying that a lot about all the people here in Vancouver, but I think you've probably spoken to, well, you have, you've spoken to other artists from Vancouver as well. And that's our community here. We're so supportive of one another, and yeah, it really is a family. Like, I feel really blessed to be part of that, and we're all very supportive of one another. We love working with each other, and like I say, we're very much family when we, it's cool. So yeah, Matty's awesome. You probably know also that he ran all the way from the West Coast all the way to the East Coast, all down into America, and then from the East Coast all the way to the West Coast, back up. Yes, he ran. Yes.
But like actually ran?
He ran a full marathon every 2 days, yes.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. I'm gonna have to bring that up when I talk to him, because I was meant to talk to him last summer, but we just fell out.
Yeah, he did this thing. He created this thing called Run for One Planet, and that's Matty. That says so much about him. He cares so much about the environment and the people and all living things on this world, and he makes that part of his life to make the world a better place. He literally does. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's so
cool,
sweet.
cool guy. Yeah.
That's so sweet. And I need to follow up a message to him, because I was going to talk to him last summer, but we were like, okay, we need to reschedule, and we haven't spoken since.
For sure.
We haven't spoken since, so I'm gonna have to email him after this or something like that.
He's my turtle bro, man.
Of course, and he's done like a lot of like shows. Like, I know he was in Ed, Edd and Eddy, I think. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was in that. And that's got me thinking, because in America you've got like the LA side of voiceover and the New York side of voiceover, and then in Canada you've got the Vancouver side of voiceover, and like the Ontario, Toronto side of voiceover. So what's the difference? I know about like the LA and New York sides. What's the difference between the Toronto and the Vancouver sides?
There isn't a lot of difference, actually, to be quite honest. I think we kind of get our fair share of animated stuff. I would say probably one of the differences is that Toronto, in the other realm of voiceover, when you're talking about commercials for TV and radio, probably a lot more national ads are cast out of East for that reason, because a lot of the agencies are based in Toronto, Montreal, and New York, the ad agencies, like the huge ones that handle, massive accounts. So I think a lot of the times they cast from there because they want the talent to come into the studio and see them face to face and work with them that way in the studio, even though remote patching works so well. But I think unless they've worked with you face to face, it's kind of a hard one to crack if you're on the West Coast. Like I say, the people that tend to do that kind of work that are on the West Coast have worked in radio or something like that, or lived there at one time or another, and they already have established relationships with those people, and so they're fine with working that way. But other than that, there's not really a lot of difference. I think some projects are done in Toronto, Montreal, and some are done here, and it's the same with the gaming as well. You've got a lot of video game companies based out of Montreal and Toronto. And then we've got our fair share here in Vancouver, as you know, too. So, yeah, I think it's pretty even.
Yeah, that makes sense. Michael.
Yes. Oh, I see we're getting serious.
What was it? Okay,
serious
this is like, oh, sorry, I've got a massive thread hanging from my onesie. I get distracted very easily.
I can't stop looking at it. Stop it. Get the scissors.
Yeah, that is literally me. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to snip it. Like, oh my gosh, like. Oh my gosh, I probably should have to like start nibbling at it or something, try and cut it or something.
So you have built-in dental floss. There's nothing wrong with that. It's fine.
Oh, probably not long enough. Oh, I can see it. It like goes all the way. Oh, it's in like the little stitches.
Oh.
This is why it's called in conversation with ATF because anything happens. Anything happens.
You're fun, Amber. It's great to be here.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, Michael. I gotta ask now. What
Yeah.
was it like to work on Batman Black and White? Now, oh my gosh, I've been listening to your voice samples and I'm like, wow. Like, wow. Seriously, you're just as good in my ears as Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm
That's
listening.
like crazy company to be in. Thank you.
I'm listening. I'm listening to your Batman voice now, and I'm just, wow.
Yeah.
Like it's just, I can't believe and you did Alfred as well. Like oh my, okay. This is a very big take. You literally sound very similar to the Batman animated series voice actors. So that's Kevin, Mark, Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. And that's my ears. That's what I'm hearing.
Thanks, Amber. That's
You're
an
welcome.
amazing compliment. Thank you so much. Yeah.
You're welcome.
And I've never met or spoken with Kevin Conroy, but
I met him.
Mark, did you got to meet him?
I met him. I met him before he died. It was very brief, but I got to meet him for a minute. So
What an incredible person,
Okay.
I hear. Yeah. But
I
never
know,
had the
yeah.
honor of meeting him.
yeah.
But I remember one of the things that completely blew me away was on Twitter, I believe it was, a few years back, Mark Hamill texted me and to say that he thought that I had done a great job, and I just couldn't believe it. It was just like, what? But it just kind of shows you what kind of guy Mark Hamill is, though. You know what I mean? It's just like, talk about legend. You know, like look at what he's done. It's such an incredible talent, but he's obviously a very kind, very giving individual, and so to take the time out to do something like that, I just thought, wow, that's pretty amazing guy. Yeah. So yeah, I was blown away. That was my big highlight reel for working on Batman Black and White. That was very, very cool to hear from him. That was awesome. But yeah, that was a really cool series. I thought that what Warner Brothers had done with that by taking that series of comics and turning them into why is it gone out of my head now? You see, now I can't think of a word, and I'm trying desperately to find it, and it's not there. But yeah, comics that move.
Yeah, motion comic.
Motion comics. Thank you. Yeah.
I was like zoned out. I was just staring at the artwork for it because it's just so good, and I'm just thinking, motion comics. Yes, it's a motion comic. Yeah, it's it's listed on there. It's a motion
media
comic.
with the people that did all the animation for that, and they were just remarkable. What they rendered was just incredible. It was very cool.
Yeah, I can tell. And I'm gonna have to. Is it on YouTube? Because I might watch it after this podcast.
I think it is now. Yeah. I know it was available on iTunes for a while.
Check. Batman Black and White. Oh my gosh. There it is. Is it like a little series? Because it's all on YouTube, all 10 parts.
Yeah, there's a total of 20 in all. There's 2 volumes, and each volume is 10. Yeah, because there was 10 comics for each volume. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Wow. I think they did another motion comic as well. I think it's called like Batman. Yeah, it was called Batman Year One. That's what it's called.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think now. Yeah, because I know that. Yeah. Oh yeah, because Oh wait, no, hang on. That's not. I got the wrong one. Because I've pinned Zoom to the top of my screen. I can't really see what I'm searching.
Right.
I'll have to motion comic. So there we go, found it. Yeah. Oh yes, because Neil Ross was in it, and he was the first person I ever interviewed. And Kate Higgins is in it, and Lex Lang, and Kelly Ward voice directed it. So that's where, like, I know the term motion comic, and we need to see more of them. I think they're quite cool. They're very interesting. I like them.
Thanks for saving me on that, by the way. I appreciate it, because it was just
You're
like
welcome.
I was like standing in a barren desert with nothing going on in my mind. It was
I just a tumbleweed just goes
yeah,
past
I was
every
yeah,
5 seconds.
that's from the part where my brain was sending me the message like, please hang up now.
The number you have dialed has been disconnected. Literally, right?
That's what happens.
My new voicemail on my phone is literally just, well, not voicemail, but like, the message that it plays when you ring someone and they don't answer. It's literally me saying, oh, I just banged my elbow, I do apologize. It was literally me just saying, the number you have dialed has been disconnected. Just kidding. And it just cuts
Exactly.
to
Yeah,
record voicemail.
that happens a lot with my brain. Yes, it wanders off. Like,
It's just like fax machine noise. That's literally just me in any sort of meeting or lesson in college, because I studied performing arts. So yeah, sometimes it can. I hope no one's watching this. A bit boring.
what?
Did I hear someone? I didn't. I don't. I think I heard someone. I'm just. Yeah, that's a very big take to say when I've got people from my class watching my channel. But I think, well, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Oh, I've just noticed your lock screensaver. I love that little the little, like, I love how I'm describing it, and like you can't like if you're not looking at your screen, it's like the big colorful wavy lines. It looks like when you rub your eyes like really fast, it's like all pink fairies. So yeah, if you look at your little computer on your left.
Oh, there you go. Yes.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like all like
This.
stuff. Is that an
Yes.
apple? Is that
Yeah,
an
it
apple?
is. That's my
Yeah, I
Mac.
thought
Yeah.
so. Yeah, Mac. That's what they are. That's what the screensavers
Right
are.
over here is all my studio stuff. So
Colourful,
yeah.
wavy things
My
when you rub your
recording booth
eyes.
is all this way. Yes.
That
You can
looks
see
so
part of it.
cool.
See my preamp right there on the.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so cool. I can see your posters in the background and stuff. That is so cool. You have such a cool office.
Thank you.
You're
Yeah.
welcome. Yeah,
It's a
definitely.
good creative space to work out of. That's why I love
like
it.
yeah. So is this in your sound studio or is this at your house?
It's at my house. Yep.
Ah, yeah, because you own a sound studio, don't you? You own
Yep.
what's it called?
McKenna Sound.
McKenna Sound. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. So,
Yeah.
I was like, well, I mean, I saw the word McKenna. I was like, how do you say it? Is it McKenna? McKenna? I was like, because I'm so nervous about mispronouncing stuff. Like
No,
McKenna.
it's good. You just gotta leap in, Amber. Go for it. It's all good.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
You
in that
nailed it,
case,
though. You got it right.
oh, thank you. Thank
You
you.
did.
In that case, we're talking about leaping in, then I've got to
All
ask
right.
you, who is your biggest hero? It can be in voiceover or anything.
My biggest hero?
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because when I was growing up, I've always been a very big aviation buff.
Ooh.
So the whole Apollo space program and all that stuff. I mean, those were my heroes growing up. Was
Very good. That's a very good choice. Very good choice. Usually,
so,
like, yeah, because
yeah, because of my wait.
sorry,
Yes.
I didn't know whether you were gonna.
Yeah, it's quite all right.
I'm so worried about like overlapping with people. So like I talk and they talk, and I'm like, oh no, go ahead and stuff like that. Yeah, because every time
we're like those chipmunks from Looney Tunes, right? Where they like,
oh yeah.
no, please.
Yes. What was I gonna say? Oh yes. When I ask people who their biggest hero is, they usually say like another voice actor or something. So saying it's the Apollo Moon team, that is a really good, really, really good answer. I love it. I love how you.
I just remember being a kid, I had all the books and stuff, and I go to the library and I was so interested in all that stuff. And then later I joined the Air Training Corps in the UK. So yeah. So I actually thought the direction of my life was going to go towards a career in the Royal Air Force. That's what I was.
Wow. Wow,
Yeah,
that's really
that was the
cool.
plan. Then we came to Canada
Mm.
and everything changed. So yeah,
You joined the Canadian Air Force. We get
yeah.
aircraft flying over the UK from Royal Canada Air Force from Prestwick Airport. I'm like, that's in Scotland. That's unless they stop there on the way. I don't know.
I flew over Prestwick.
Really? Did you
Well,
really?
when I was in the Air Training Corps, we went for a ride up in a VC-10 and we flew over,
Oh,
went over the English Channel and we
all
flew over
right.
France and we just did this big loop and then landed back at Bryce Norton, which was the Air Force base I was stationed at.
Bryson, yeah, that's the home of the Hercules.
Yes,
Yes, I know
C-130.
because my father served in the Royal Air Force for
Oh,
about
did
20
he?
years. Yeah. Mm,
Oh, wow, that's so
yeah.
cool.
So
Yeah, that was my dream. That was I wanted to serve in the Royal Air Force. That's all I wanted to do. Yeah.
that is
My dad
so
was in the
cool.
Royal Air Force, and my mom was in the British Army. So yeah,
Oh, really? Oh, wow, that's really cool.
yeah,
Wow. That is so
yeah.
cool. We have so much in common. Like, I love it. And also, I love your laugh as well. I love how infectious it is. It's just so
Yeah.
infections. Like, infection. I can't speak. When you say something and you start laughing like that, it's so infectious. It's making my
Uh,
cheekbones hurt. I'm just like
oh,
smiling, just
that's
like trying
good.
to. I'm just like,
It's a
oh
lot
my
better than you
god.
sitting there going, "Why did I want to speak to this person? The most boring person in the world." That would be bad, but this is fun. I like this.
Yeah, me too. Me too,
Yeah.
definitely. Oh man, I can't. It's the thing when you're on Zoom calls, like you're smiling and you're having a good time and stuff, but then your cheekbones hurt, and then you have to go all serious, and you're just like, when I look serious, it doesn't look like I'm enjoying myself. But when I smile, I am enjoying myself. So how do I express my happiness whilst going through excessive pain in my face?
You're awesome.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I
Uh,
appreciate the compliment, Michael. You're just as awesome.
Thank you, Edward.
You're welcome. Oh, okay. This is a
Hey,
good
what are
one.
you going to throw at me
This is a good one.
now?
Do you prefer voiceover or on-camera work?
Two different, completely different disciplines. I did enjoy being on camera. Um, I was usually cast as bad guys mostly, or like a
Yeah.
cop with an edge to them and stuff like that. I mean, and that was so much fun to do. And I have a background in martial arts, and some of the last things that I did involved working with stunt teams and doing a lot more physical, like fight scenes and things like that. And I was really enjoying it. And then sadly, for not just me, but the entire world, 9/11 happened. And yeah,
Oh,
but at the time, I felt like it was on a trajectory and I was getting
oh my God,
cast.
Michael.
What?
Michael, I'm so sorry. I
What?
thought because my mind was like slowly thinking because I get distracted very easily. I
No,
thought you were on about when the world went into thing because of COVID. So I was like, and then you said 9/11. I was like, oh, I'm so
no, no.
sorry. Oh my
I
God,
know.
and I've just dropped my cup.
Oh.
I feel so bad. I have to apologize now. I'm
No,
so
no, it was
sorry.
fine.
That was very
No.
distasteful. I thought, oh, I feel so
but
bad.
but as you know, like everything changed, right? So production went
Yeah,
away and all, and
yeah,
but I'm happy to say that it's the complete reverse of that now. I mean, COVID did
yeah,
interrupt a lot of things until protocols went into place, and they found that there was a workaround, and we could continue with filming, you know. So that's all good. But by that time, I'd really focused on my voiceover career, and
yeah,
I miss it from time to time. I'll watch something, and think, "Oh man, it would have been so much fun to work on that. That would have been great." But for the most part, I feel really fortunate, and I love what I do. The voice realm is great in the sense that when you walk in a room, somebody doesn't instantly look at you and go, "Nope," before you even get a chance to show them what you can do. Like what you look like doesn't matter. If so you can play all these crazy characters which are so much fun. And I love when you get the opportunity to play with voiceover a dramatic role. And you've got something to really sink your teeth into and create a literally you know embody that character and bring it to life in front of a microphone. That those experiences are always amazing when you have them. It's cool. So no, I love what I do. This is good.
That's wonderful to hear. Wow. And you were
Yes.
Mojo Jojo in Powerpuff Girls Z. Now I've got to ask.
Monkey.
Ooh, now, I have met
I am not a bad monkey.
Roger L. Jackson in person, and like
What's that?
I've met the original voice of Mojo
did you?
Jojo, Roger L. Jackson. Yeah, he's
He
lovely.
did such an amazing job, man.
I was gonna ask, were you asked to do an impression of him, or were you asked to put your own spin on it?
I think I just did it because I think that's what he was known to sound like from the get-go. So I
Yeah.
think I just went after it, and yeah, again, I got cast to play him, and he was you know, that character is just so much fun just to get your teeth into and just play. So yeah, it was good. It was good.
Nice, nice. Now, here's a good thing to talk about. Now, in 2005,
Yeah.
you went to BotCon 2005. Well, of course, what else is there? What supposed to be a BotCon now, but you know. Well, you went to BotCon 2005, and you must have had like a really good time because a lot of people were there. You and your brothers, and Michael Chain, and the G1 voice director, Wally Burr, was there. So I've got to ask,
I
did
know,
you
what a treat to meet him. That was cool
him?
because I'd heard so much about him through my buddy Scott McNeil, and because he had worked with Wally Burr was directing an animated series that Scott was working on, and anyway, Scott had lots of stories, and of course Wally Burr, just such a huge legend in the industry. So to meet him at was yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was pretty starstruck. Yeah, that was amazing. That whole convention. It was a real honor to be there. Yeah.
I finally got that thread.
You did.
Sort of like, yes, I finally got it.
Here's your round of applause. There it is.
Just gonna put it
The way it
there.
goes. Yeah.
Oh man, that like you just do it, and then just like every single thread in your onesie or something, it just goes absolutely haywire. I'm just like, okay. Yeah, that was doing my head in, and I was just finally just yanked. I had enough and just yanked it out.
That's it. Enough.
Yep, I've had enough. Right, that's it. There we go.
Foul beast, be gone.
Long thing, be gone.
Yes.
Oh, whoa, yes. I had a look on your Wikipedia page, and it said that you voiced Big Ears in the US Canadian dub for Make Way for Noddy. So is that true?
Yes, I voiced him. Yes. Oh, silly old Noddy.
Wow. Okay, so we had that show in the UK, but obviously we had like a British dub and stuff. So like,
yeah, exactly.
Wow. So like, what was the casting stuff behind that? I guess I gotta ask.
Well, I was really familiar with it being a Brit. I had naughty curtains that hung in my bedroom when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And so I was naughty was a big part of my childhood growing up, but I was well acquainted with him. So playing Big Ears and auditioning for it, the voice just kind of came to mind because I knew that he was this jolly, fun-loving, right, a real mentor to Noddy, and so I just kind of brought those elements to the voice, and yeah, again, woohoo, put one in the back of the net, and I got Castigan.
Brits for the win.
Brits for the win.
Yes.
And it's England. Yes.
Come on, England!
Come on, England!
I swear I'll never like this ever again. Oh man, ooh! I feel like like when I'm just like, sorry, just my brain's doing that fax machine noise where I'm just trying to struggle what to say.
That's so hilarious. It's just all of a sudden you just hear this noise coming from Amber.
Oh wait, hang on a minute. Fax machine noise.
As long as paper doesn't suddenly come out of your mouth, you're fine. Pulling out a message. Like, yeah. You don't want, yeah. Don't turn into a fax machine. Don't do it, Amber. Just don't do it. Oh, she's receiving something.
Wait, did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear it. No.
Oh no! It
What
was the
was it?
little fax machine noise I found on YouTube. Probably because of how high pitch it is.
Oh, there you go.
There
That's
we go.
completely it. Yeah.
Indeed. Okay.
You know, in the early days of home computers, it was always so sad because now you're so used to like clicking on a link and boom, it's right there, right?
Yeah.
In the early days, you click on a link and you'd be like, and you see a little picture of like where your signal's supposedly
dial up,
coming from.
wasn't it?
And then there'd be like a little globe, and then there'd be like your supposed machine here, and you see all these little pieces of paper going. This is the data loading, and you're like,
like the days of dial-up.
Like, dip, 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 and you don't have to wait for the page to. Oh yeah, it was not fun.
Oh man, I didn't grow up in that era, but like I did have like this massive computer downstairs that I would probably just like always go on as a little kid and just like, you know, like MSN would load up with my older siblings' page. I'm like, okay. And now, as you said, technology has just evolved. Like you can just make a Zoom link and anyone can join, or you can just instantly get on the internet and check your emails and stuff like that. There's no dial-on or like no wired internet connection anymore, is there?
No. It was we did a session here, I guess a few years back for Snowpiercer, the TV series.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and we had cast members, I think in like 3 or 4 different locations, like in the United States, here in Canada, and I can't remember the other. But anyway, we're a long ways apart. But us, who were cast, we're all in on Zoom. And the producers were saying, I think this is the first time it's ever been done because they were recording all of us for this segment on Snowpiercer from different locations, all to one central recording studio. And it worked flawlessly. It was awesome. Just crazy.
That's so cool. Wow. So when you mentioned Snowpiercer, I can only think of one person who's been in it who's Canadian. It's Stephen Ogg. I'm not sure if have you ever heard of him? Was he on that?
Steve who?
Stephen Ogg. OGG.
No.
Oh, wow, he's from Canada. Like, you know, I met him and he was just so lovely.
You met a lot of cool people.
Yeah, I know. It's quite fun to be fair, because like I just go to conventions, I just meet people, and I'm just like, oh hello, and they just get acquainted. And because I've done voiceover myself, it's just really easy to like sort of flow into the friendship of someone who's in the same business as you.
Yeah. Congrats on yours.
Oh,
just walk around and start interviewing you, and you talk about the stuff that you've done in voiceover, right?
That would actually be really cool. Yeah, because if I did an episode based on myself, who would interview me? That's the thing. Instead, I can't interview myself. You should get one of us. Like,
you should get people that you've interviewed.
You and your 2 brothers. Yeah, you and your 2 brothers. Cool. Yeah, you reprimand me, you ask me questions, I'm like, okay. That'd be fun. Yeah, oh my gosh, that would actually be really fun. I'll just put that down. Just like, yeah, okay. Got me thinking. You have got me thinking now. Oh my gosh, right.
We're just turning the tables and talk and interview Amber. That'll be cool. Yeah, you can tell us all about your voiceover career.
You're making me think of like a really good idea now. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to savor this now.
Okay, I'll be interested to see what you come up with. That's
oh cool. Yeah, like I do the intro and
everybody be interested in what you're doing in voiceover. I'm interested. It'd be cool.
Okay. So like it could start by me doing the intro, but I'm talking about myself, and then it just like does like this jump cut, and then it's you, Paul, and Brian in a Zoom room with myself, and you're like, Amber, welcome. How are you? I'm like, I'm okay, thank you.
You know what would be fun? Is if you just kind of staged it like you're sleeping, you go into bed, and then you have this dream where you get interviewed you're doing an interview and the interview gets turned around on you, and then they ask you questions, and then the interview becomes about you, and then you could just end up with you kind of waking up like, oh wow, that was weird, you know what I mean? But it really happened.
Oh my gosh. You
But
have just
just kind of fake everybody out in the beginning, just to do something, yeah, right? It's
You
the
have
dream sequence.
Michael, you have just spawned an idea for a future video. Thank you. Sorry, I got the little thread in my hand. I'm trying to hold it. There we go. There we go. Oh my gosh.
See, it's a metaphor. It's a metaphor. These threads that were intertwining with one another.
Yeah, and then that dream just happened, and then the rest is history.
Right?
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. Yes. Okay. I've got to ask now. This is the most important question I've got to ask, and I know I ask this to everyone, but honestly, I don't care. I love hearing everyone's answers, and it's the most important question I ask, to everyone. What is your favorite color?
Blue.
Everyone goes for blue.
I'll refine that answer. Indigo.
Oh, well, I wasn't saying everyone going for blue is a bad
I love
thing.
that sort
I'm
of
just saying
purpley blue color. Yeah, it's just always been my favorite.
that's a good choice. Mine's yellow. So
Is it?
like everyone knows that by now. Because I said it in every interview. I've barely met anyone whose favorite color is yellow. Like I'm like, what's wrong with yellow? What's bad that's yellow?
Because you associate that with summer.
Yeah, bananas are yellow. Lemons.
Bananas are yellow. Yes. Smiley face is yellow.
The sun is yellow.
The sun is
yellow. All the emojis are yellow that you get on your phone. Right? Yeah,
no,
yeah.
Yellow. I get why you associate with yellow, because it's a fun color.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's warm. It's inviting.
Yeah. So, of course, when I say that question, it means we've come to the little final part of our interview, which is the funny stuff, the funny, quick fire, funny. I have completely forgotten the word. The goofy, silly, fun questions. I forgot the word fun. I was thinking, what's the word? I got what's this part? Oh yeah, fun. Yeah.
Well, you helped me out with the motion comic thing. And you just got stumped, and I was of no help to you at all. So
no,
I still owe you one. I still owe you one.
You're all right, honestly, Michael. Okay, I've got to ask you. Okay.
All right.
What is your ideal weekend activity?
Ideal weekend activity?
Yes. Oh, when you're not doing voiceover.
Oh, okay. You know what? I love exploring. I love just getting in the car and having no set destination, and just drive, and then go exploring somewhere, find somewhere cool.
Mm-hmm.
Go for a walk. Like I love ocean. I like walks along this, a great way just to decompress and just what I love to do is just go grab a coffee, walk outside, feel that sea breeze, and it's just it's magic for me. I love that, like the sea air and everything. Yeah, it's great.
Sounds good. Yeah. If you were going to a desert island, or if you were put on a desert island, you could only have 3 items with you. What would those 3 items be, and why?
A teleportation device, so I can beam out of there anytime I want.
Smart question. I mean, smart answer.
Then of course I'd like probably a really good sound system so I can listen to music, and maybe a magical switch that I could dial in nighttime or daytime and enjoy whatever I fancy at that particular. Another sunset. There we go. Turn off the sunset. Moonlit night on the island. Lovely. Getting bored. Teleport myself out of there. Go have some fun. Maybe in Vegas, and then come back again.
Sounds fun. Sounds fun. So, apart from your laugh, what do you think you've got in common with Armada Starscream, or like Starscream in the Unicron Trilogy?
Oh, that's an interesting question.
You have really good. You both have probably the best laugh I've ever heard. So that is one.
Thanks, Amber.
You're
I should probably go with that one then. Laugh. What else? Well, he gets to transform in a different way, and I get to transform as an actor. So maybe we have that in common.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah,
Right?
that's a really
Yeah.
good answer.
So we both
Yeah.
transform. Yeah.
Yeah, and you record. Yeah, that you had to record separately for that for like the Unicron Trilogy because it's a dubbing job, right?
That's right.
Mm.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
call it, as you know, ADR, automated
ADR.
dialogue replacement. Yeah. So you just
Is
match
that
the
what it's
flaps,
called?
as they say. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah.
Wow. So
So the
actually,
animation already exists in a previous language, right? That's
yeah,
so
Japanese.
you dub it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So ooh, what were you gonna say?
No, I wasn't.
Ooh, okay.
Absolutely no.
Hmm.
Yeah. That was great. Oh, that was awesome. Yes.
When you auditioned for Armada, you got cast as Starscream. What
Yeah.
other characters did you audition for?
I think we all auditioned for a good array. I can't I think I auditioned for Megatron too.
Wow.
I I didn't go after I blank. It's like and see. Thank you very much. There we go. Optimus Prime, that's what I was trying to say. I didn't audition because it was weird because when I saw that,
Yeah.
and it was awesome because I automatically thought of Gary Chalk too. I just thought, well, who's going to play Optimus Prime? It has to be Gary. Yeah. And I knew David Kaye would be a real front runner too for all of those, like either for Optimus Prime or Megatron and things. So I wasn't surprised that he got cast as Megatron. But yeah, there was I think we all got to audition for at least like 4 or 5 different characters when we went in to audition for that series because there was a lot of roles to fill, as you know. So yeah.
Yeah, of course. And one final big question. What is the best advice you could give to people as Starscream?
As Starscream, let me see. Be kind and rewind. No, that's not it.
If he's just said be kind, I'm like, oh, Starscream. I'm like, but
No,
then
but
you rewind,
I
I was
got
like,
off track because I was going to say
blockbuster.
that's what I was. I know, but I was going to say, be kind to everyone. I'm blanking today. What happened?
Sweet though. That sounds like something Starscream would say towards the end of the series, if I'm totally being honest.
Yeah.
And well, as yourself, what advice would you give to anyone who is joining the voiceover community?
For number one, acting classes for sure. Like have a background in acting. Improv is another huge one too because it gets you out of your head and reacting instinctively to things. That's a really good discipline too. But yeah, have as many tools in your toolbox as you possibly can because you're gonna use them for your career. And just be yourself is the biggest one, I guess, because that's the most extraordinary thing you can bring to the table is you and all your life experiences and have fun. Biggest one, have fun. Okay.
Well, I just get a use out of that before I put there's my paint tester page away. That's that's literally like I did a big art piece and that's like all the paint that I just used to test it.
What? Tell me about you're going to art college right now? Did you say?
Oh no, I don't study art at college. I wish I did now. But that's I do art in my spare time when I'm going to a convention, if I'm meeting a celebrity, I'll give them art of a character that they've done or something like that. I mean, take for example, I'm working on a Transformers animated Wreck-Gar piece, and that is for Weird Al Yankovic. I'm going to see him in concert next week.
What?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep. So
that's really cool.
Yeah, and by the time this is out, I might have already met him. So I'll just clarify: this is being recorded on the 5th of February. About in a week will be my birthday. So
Really,
yeah,
really?
I got tickets for my
What's your
birthday.
birthday?
February 12th.
Well, happy pre-birthday wishes for February 12th.
Little 19.
Happy birthday, Amber.
Oh! Oh my god! Thank you, Starscream. Oh my god. Okay, wow. That caught me off guard. Like, I got the tickets for my birthday, the Weird Al tickets, and I was like, okay, that's it for all the birthday treats I'm getting. And now I just got a wish from Starscream. Oh, wow.
Many happy returns, Amber.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Thank
we wish
you.
you a happy birthday from Cybertron.
Oh my gosh, no, I'm just gonna play that on my birthday. Like, I'm just gonna save that as a separate clip and just play it on my birthday. So, like, 16. Oh my gosh.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Amber. Happy birthday to you. Transform!
Oh my gosh, Michael. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for being the guest on my little show.
Thanks for having me. This is so much fun. You're amazing. You're wonderful at what you do, and I wish you continued success with everything because you have a lot of talent. Yeah. Very, very cool. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, Michael. Same goes to you too. So, Michael, thank you for joining me. Where can we find you on the internet? Have you got a website? Have you got any social media?
Yes, I have Instagram and a Twitter account, and I also have my own website at www.michaelricharddobson.com.
It sounds like Jeremy Clarkson now. I don't know why you just reminded me of Jeremy Clarkson. I was like, you're gonna present on Top Gear. You definitely remind me of that.
That's another passion of mine is cars.
Is it? Oh wow.
Yes.
Wow,
Yeah,
we have a
cars.
Merc. We have a Merc.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, like
Nice.
a really posh one. It's all grey and it's got seat warmers and stuff like that, you know.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I have
Nice
to get you some
car.
photos of it. Yeah, definitely. So with that, that is the end of this episode of In Conversation with ATF. You've been watching the Michael Dobson installment of this podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. And with that, I'll tell you to stay safe, stay happy, be kind to yourself and to others. And with that, me and Michael will see you around. Thank you for watching. Bye and cut.